Hey guys, hope you're doing well. As a result of it being Thursday, Throwback Thursday that is, my friend is going to be showing me photos and videos of me in the past that I honestly have not seen before. And you're going to see me on camera reacting to the things that I've either said or done. So without further ado, let's do this.
There you go.
This would be my grade 12 high school graduation photo, and this was an interesting year in my life because I was working full-time at Tim Hortons, literally 40 hours a week, and you can't really tell in this photo, but I was quite overweight. I got up to like 240 pounds when I was 17, and this photo was taken when I was 16, but you can see the short little yellow teeth and the big gap that had to be adjusted a few years later. But yeah, this is a good photo, I think. Funny that you say Tim Hortons. Yep, this is me. And to the left of me is my store manager at the time, Court. I was the assistant manager, and I was 15 years old here. I was a busy guy, and that's because I had a lot of stuff going on personally, and I was in, definitely say, a depression of some sort. And my drug of choice was to just to work in order to escape. And it was a really dark period in my life. And I did learn a lot of skills, honestly, from that job that I utilize in my work today, as well as my personal relationships. So there's nothing but positive memories when I look at that photo, for sure.
And potential buyers may be spurred into action.
It's going to put a lot of people that work on the fence on actively looking at the market. And I think potentially it's going to lead to greater sales.
What the heck was that about?
And potential buyers may be spurred into action.
It's going to put a lot of people that work on the fence on actively looking at the market. And I think potentially it's going to lead to greater sales.
I've been on the news a lot, and I don't remember what that story was about. I think that was when they were potentially talking about the mortgage stress test. No, I look way too young here. I honestly don't remember. This is global news, so I know how I would have been on that, which contact it would have been through. But I honestly don't remember what I was talking about on the news.
Is that famous, eh?
Hey Nikki Revenge, this is Ryan Kubeska reporting from my couch at home. I don't have much to do right now, so I thought I would make you a video to say thank you for being such a good friend, and I really do appreciate you in my life. I left my laptop computer at home, or sorry, at work today, so I don't have much to do right now. I also don't have a TV, nor do I have a stereo. Is that weird? Anyway, most people are probably watching the election right now. However, you and I both know that it's rigged by some guy in a cave in the Middle East, so it doesn't really matter anyway. However, I hope you have a wonderful evening, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Nikki Revenge. Speechless, but probably still true.
What was that about?
Nikki Revenge is a drag. I talk to her all the time. It's a drag queen friend of mine.
Where were you at this point in your life?
Jesus. I don't know. I was probably 23 there.
Was that before your fashion sense kicked off?
I don't know what the hell I was wearing. She's gonna love that she's on the episode. Yikes. But I think I am the man that I am today because of this. And this photo, actually, I remember exactly where that was taken. Julie Crouch, if you're watching, this was taken in your parents' kitchen. And yeah, that's when I realized that I had to lose weight. And that's when I was 18 years old. And within a span of like 6 months, I lost 60 pounds. 60. And did I know what I was doing? No, I didn't. But I was able to research it on YouTube and make it happen because I'm a man of a lot of flaws, but when I put my mind on something, I make it happen. And this was, yeah, like definitely a catalyst moment in my life. And I'm kind of glad I went through it. So this was my first time going to Europe, and I was with my girlfriend at the time, and I think that's why I was pissed. I was hot, not literally, like in temperature, and I had a lot of things that I needed to sort out in my life. Let's just put it that way. oh, this was a good day. I have a girlfriend of mine that used to work at CTV, and then my amigo Johnny Staub, hey Johnny, if you're watching this, who works for Virgin, the radio station, we typically like to model on CTV a couple times a year, like during Pride, New Year's looks like this one, and this was a couple years ago. But what was interesting is that as soon as this was on breakfast television, like the morning CTV news, I had so many of my friends text me being like, you're not wearing a turtleneck on New Year's Eve. You're gonna be in Brazil without a shirt. So a little bit of false advertising here, but a cute look, I think. The last time I did that with them, it was Pride, and the woman put me in like a white shorts and a white tank top holding a beach bowl that said love and put makeup on my face, and I looked at her straight on and I said, do you actually think that this is what gay men wear at Pride? And she looked me in the eyes and said, yeah? Like, I'm not offended, but I'm like, you realize that I wear normal clothes, right? Like, I wasn't officially modeling, but I was thinking that I was modeling. That would have been in like 2012-ish. Mike Carter was the photographer. Yeah, I see his little print there. Oh, no, I was just modeling to expand my portfolio at the time. Put on Instagram or Facebook. Yeah, that's it. Like that was, I don't know, 7 years ago.
What about just like modeling in general?
Too short. You need to be 6'2" to be a male model. I was once flown out by and they were so excited and they made an absolute fool of themselves. They're like, oh my God, number one, you're way too short. Number two, you're Canadian, we're idiots. We didn't realize you need a visa. Oops. They're so ignorant in America, honestly. I was sitting at our Tigiano and this guy totally interrupts my phone call conversation and gives me his business card. And then he's like, call me. Tells me to come into his office. And he's this flamboyant old gay man, and he's like, oh no, you're so short. Well, at least take off your shirt. No, you don't have enough abs. Get out. I was like just shocked, like I got shot in the face. If that would have happened now, I would have literally laughed in his face, because like I love myself now, but back then that was like a traumatic experience for me.
How old were you?
27? Like not that long ago. Maybe 26 at the earliest.
My name is Ryan, and today I was nominated by my really good friend Andrew Janescu to take part in the ALS Fund.
Thanks, Andrew Janescu. I was just with him last night.
ALS charity, and in addition to that, I'm also going to make a donation to the BC Children's Hospital, which plays a very close role in my heart as it did save my life as a kid. In terms of nominations, I'm going to nominate my best friend and my colleague Travis Robinson at REMAX, my good friend Dave Mattis in Kelowna, as well as my little brother, Tyler Kubeska. So
I'm so nervous. My voice is stuttering as I dump ice water on my head. Slow day.
Oh, there's so much ice.
I don't know if you guys remember, but there was that ALS bucket challenge in 2014. So that's what I was doing. And all of those people that I was saying in that video are still people that I talk to today. The reason why I made that comment about the Children's Hospital playing a close role to my heart is because, if you don't know, when I was 16 I had scoliosis, and what that is a curvature of the spine, and mine was so severe that I was immobile for about 6 months, and I, to this day, have 2 metal rods fusing my spine plus 2 screws at the bottom of my back, so it makes for a big hardware situation down there. I had some low self-esteem when I was like 17 years old. No, I would have been older than that. I had lost the weight at that point, so I would have been like 19 maybe. And I thought I was so Justin Bieber, except Justin Bieber didn't exist then. I look a lot like my mom there. And that was taken in my old bedroom at my dad's house by myself. I had like a camera set on like a tripod situation. No, wait a minute. I must have been really young, like 15, because I'm wearing puka shells. I take that back. So I would have been living at home still, and before I got overweight. There we go. Figured it out. Because I thought I looked cute. I don't know.
Was there anywhere to like feature it at the time?
Nope. Maybe for like Nexopia or something like that. Do you know what Nexopia is?
No.
It's like for my generation. It's like yours used MySpace and ours was Nexopia. It was the first social media. Ugh. This was a trip that unfortunately I broke up with my boyfriend on, but it's a nice picture. My business partner and I in Rotterdam, but yeah, that was not a great weekend. Not at all. Nope. Okay, so to make a long story short, my ex-boyfriend, the guy that I dated most recently, like I was obsessed with him. I loved him so much. And I didn't once for a second think that he didn't like me, but I'm not convinced that he was in love with me. And you know what? That's okay. We had compromised and set expectations on a lot of things. When I went for a weekend trip to Amsterdam with my business partner to visit his father, I said to my ex, my boyfriend at the time, I said, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. It would really mean a lot to me if you would, you know, make some initiation, communicate with me, because that was one of our biggest problems is that he didn't really make an effort to contact me throughout the day. And if I was to text him, and he was living with me basically, and he wasn't working, it would take him like 8 hours sometimes to respond to a text. And I don't drink alcohol anymore, but back then, in 2018, I did, and I drank a lot. And I remember after I said to my ex, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, 2 times per day would be a good number to contact your boyfriend. And he's like, yeah, babe, all good, no problem, I can do that for sure. So I go to Amsterdam, and then it was the Saturday night, and I was with my business partner, and we were drinking a lot, and all I could think about was my boyfriend at the time and how much I missed him and how sad I was that he didn't make much of an effort to contact me. He had contacted me once within like 36 hours at that point. I remember my business partner just looked me in the eyes and said, Ryan Kubeska, don't do it. I know what you're gonna do, don't do it. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I have no control over what's happening right now. And I picked up my phone, I called him to break up with him, blackout drunk, which goes against absolutely everything I believe in. He didn't pick up, so I take a deep breath and I say, I'm sorry, Adrian, I hear what you're saying, but I'm still gonna do it. And I pick up my phone and I called my roommate / good friend who was 20 feet away from my ex, who was right over there in the bed. And I said, you need to call on the phone right now. I called him again, he picked up, and I asked him, leave right now. My heart was broken. I remember bawling hysterically and shaking, and I went back home to Vancouver 2 days later and the stuff was gone. While I was on the flight home, I wrote him out like a 10, maybe 12-page letter. So we go to meet up for wine and I have the letter all typed out. I'm like, would you prefer you read the letter right now, or do you want me to read it to you, or would you prefer to read it later? He didn't want to read it right there with me, so we kind of just had small talk because I didn't really want to hash out what needed to be hashed out, you know, without me being able to articulate the points that I wrote in the letter. Fast forward 2 years, that individual came up to me at the bar and literally basically said how proud he is of me and that he basically apologized for being a bad boyfriend. And that made me feel really good, and now we're good friends. That was quite an event in Amsterdam, but I think everything that happens in the world is meant to happen for a reason. I commend him for giving me the time that I needed to heal, because it took about almost a year for me. You know what, we all go through things at different phases and different paces, and that's totally okay. I know it got a little bit deep, guys. Sorry about that, or not sorry. But thank you for watching. I had fun doing this, so I think that we're gonna continue to do these every once in a while because it's Thursday and things need to be thrown back. Thanks very much. So please hit like if you like this video, and if you have not subscribed, please subscribe right here.